Okay, good morning, you beautiful human beings. Wherever in the world you are joining us, let us know where you are joining us. Let us know city, country, hopefully you're at home, hopefully you're in bed, best case scenario. Otherwise, hopefully you're safe and in the office and watching us from wherever in the world you are. So welcome. It is Friday, it's the 22nd of December. This is going to be the last show before Christmas, right? If you're part of the free program, there's the last show before Christmas. If you're part of Premium Plus, we are trading that CPE data this afternoon at 3:15. That's going to be big. It's going to be massive. I've spoken about it a ton of this last week. You should know what that is about. Also, massive shout out to all of our brand new Premium Plus members. You are in the perfect place for your trading journey. Now, remember, everything we've designed up until now for DVDM markets has all been in beta mode as we prepare for 2024. As we roll into this next year, a lot of products will come into full swing. Now, this week we've had an absolute crack of a week, 4,000 pips in the bank, right? We still have trades running. We still have trades we're doing with Premium Plus. It's been an absolute monster. Now, free gets 500 pips a week free, right? Everything over and above that, including indices, goes to Premium Plus. Now we're sitting on over 4,000 pips for the week. We will post a trade updates in both the free area and Premium Plus, so you can see exactly what trades we issued, what their performance was. Now, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what 4,000 pips means, guys, if you took 4,000 pips of trades, even at 0.01, right, meaning 10 cents per pip, and I explained this in my academy in the free area as well as in Premium Plus, how to work that out. But if you took at the smallest potential lot size you can, right, even with a $100 or $200 account, right, 4,000 pips would result in $400 worth of profit. That's almost 8,000 Rand for a week, right? Again, you scale that up to a full lot and you're talking about $40,000 for a week, right? Close to R1 million, right? So amazing stuff, next level stuff. Okay, so beautiful things, guys. Let's jump into what we're looking at in the world and what's happening in the markets. Now, for those of you who were live with me yesterday in Premium Plus, we traded some of that US data live. Now, we got a bit of a mixed bag. However, we managed to suss out that this would be overall a net negative for the dollar, and we took some gold buys, and those gold buys absolutely rallied through the roof. A beautiful, nice live trading session we had yesterday. If you missed it and you're part of Premium Plus, you can go ahead and re-watch it. It's very, very easy. Just go into your calendar, go to the actual event itself. So if you're in Premium Plus, go to the calendar, go look up any past events. You'll be able to click on that past event and you'll still be able to get that link of that show. So if you want to go back, you want to learn, you want to catch up, all our shows are here and available to you, right? Premium Plus has access to everything. Free area only has access to pounds for breakfast, which is what you're watching me on right now. Now, moving on into the markets, right? The markets aren't, specifically news outlets aren't explaining why there was a surge yesterday, right? They're just saying, oh, market surged and biggest bounce back, right? But they're not breaking down as to why. Now, the real reason why, and as I explained, we did live in yesterday's session, is that we've got two sets of data yesterday, right? We got some unemployment claims data, and then we got some GDP data, right? And the Michigan Fed Manufacturing Index data. Now, from the unemployment claims data, those numbers came down. That was temporarily good for the dollar. However, GDP fell quite short of what economists expected, as well as the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index. That was a lot higher, from a negative perspective, a lot lower than what economists' perspective. So in essence, right, this all fuels the discussion we've had about the Fed. Right, the Fed needed the labor market to get a bit better into balance, right? This means less people quitting their jobs, more people staying with the companies and the positions that they have. That's what played out there, right? However, that slowing GDP figure means that the US economy is starting to slow down. The gross domestic product for the economy in Q3 has finally come out as having slowed down. Remember, that's Q3's data, right? Now, why is that so important? It means that if already in Q3, we're seeing a slowdown or contraction in the US economy, that means there's even greater effects that have been applied now because, again, they've kept that interest rate flat from that time till now. All of these things I felt yesterday pointed towards investors having more confidence in the US market and less confidence in the US dollar. As I've explained, when interest rates are expected to decline or reduce or be cut, this is where safer securities like government bonds are less appealing. Government-backed securities in Wall Street, gold, crypto, etc. These things start, higher risk items start to become more appealing. There's more opportunity there, or ROI, as you wish. And that's essentially what played out yesterday. Now, they're not explaining that in the news. Obviously, they won't. They don't want you to fully understand what's going on. They kind of want to keep you, oh, it went up, it went down. It is what it is, right? So we know the truth, and that's brilliant, and that's massive, right? Now, looking at the economic calendar for today, and this is where things start to get exciting, right? Again, we are focusing most of our efforts this afternoon on that CPE data, right? This is going to be big. It's going to be massive, right? If you're part of Premium Plus, we are going to be trading and breaking down this data live this afternoon. You guys know I generally don't do shows on Fridays. I generally don't trade on Friday. However, this is the last bit of important data to really set the tone and to fully understand what's happening in the US economy. As you guys know, the world reserve currency is the dollar. Everything that happens to the dollar is going to ripple effect across the world, whether it's stocks, bonds, crypto, gold, any commodity. Most items are valued against the dollar. So this is going to be super important for us to fully understand what is the state of the US dollar. We are getting that data that's going to be coming out at 3:30. There's some Canadian dollars slotted in there. We've got some GDP data for the Canadian dollar, but that core PCE price index is what we're really, really looking at. Right? Economists are expecting in most of the cases for it to, it looks like, remain the same and decline in some areas. But again, it's really going to come down to what the final print says, right? I'll go through some past data. I'll go through what my predictions are, and there will be some really good price setups. We might even be able to be in positions this afternoon, if you're part of Premium Plus, to get in some trades and hold them over the weekend as we see price and investors and the rest of the world fully come to grips with what's happening on the dollar. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be big. It's going to be massive. Now, in terms of trades, again, if you're part of Premium Plus, we already have a lot of running trades already in the back end. We banked a lot on gold yesterday. I think we hit 4 or 5 TPs between the trades we issued as well as the live shows. So we already had quite a few trades for yesterday. We still have some trades running for today. I will provide a full update in the social area, both on free and Premium Plus, of those positions. However, there are some things we are obviously keeping an eye on this morning, right? So let's quickly break down what that looks like and where we're paying most of our attention. Let me quickly show you. So obviously on gold, yesterday we talked about, gold's breaking out that area. This is where we were yesterday in the live session. Let me quickly show you guys. Okay, let me not drag my things around. There we go. So this is where we were yesterday. We were talking about gold breaking out of this area and potentially reaching that 2045. If you guys remember, in the live show, I mentioned just towards the end, hey, we might be getting into the 2045 zone, and this is where you can obviously take some profit, and a lot of people did. However, gold then still pushed through the evening and obviously made that newer spike towards that top zone, right? An absolute rally into that 2053 level, and is obviously in the super high zone. So most importantly, most key for the current price of gold is if it maintains these levels, and again, specifically what happens with that PCE data, right? If that data comes out very, very hot, right, over expectation, this will cause a sell-off on gold. If it comes off under expectation, in line with what the Fed has been trying to push, right, investors are going to take that info and they're going to run with it, right? I think we're going to get some early jumps into the market. I saw a lot of news yesterday about people predicting, there's going to be a recession, there's going to be a crash in the US. There's going to be, listen, there was a major prediction for this year, 2023, there'd be a crash, there'd be a recession, a massive, massive recession. It never happened, right? If you look at markets, if you look at the health of markets, if you look at economy, spending in the US, right? Honestly speaking, the US economy, they might be hiding a lot of things in terms of quantitative easing, and all these other, ways that they basically print and, stick money in holes. But ultimately speaking, I think they've done a great job. If we look at the optimism from the markets in terms of what has happened, they haven't decimated the labor market, they haven't decimated unemployment rates, and yet they've started to rein in that inflation quite well. On the other hand, South Africa, and I think a lot of the other countries around the world have not done such a great job. And I think still in Southern Africa, we're still going to have to grapple with the true cost of inflation. It has not been worked out yet. I see Reserve Bank governors, and I see all these people sort of throw around, interest rates, this, but no one's truly measuring the true cost of inflation here in Southern Africa. And I think it's going to start to pinch the belt of a lot of South Africans. And I think a lot of people are actually even feeling it. Never mind anything else. I think people are feeling it across the board. So I think we can take a few pages out of the US economy playbook. They were aggressive, they were fast, they did what needed to be done, and I think that was enough for the time being. So it's all going to come down to that PC data this afternoon. I'm paying a lot of attention to gold. Again, I'm not going to give as much love two indices this afternoon. We're obviously going to look at how investors react to some of that data, but we are going to obviously try and see what opportunities will lie here. Now, please remember, there's two things that we need to keep into consideration about today, being Friday, right? Two things. First thing being is that we do see lower volumes across the board, right? So trading volumes across the board are lower. We see a lot of reversals, right? So if we've had a very bullish week in the market, we generally see some reversals. So a lot of people are stuck in a position or stuck in a mindset of buying, or selling. Generally, and if they've been profitable, give some of the money back in the market. And this is why Fridays I generally don't trade as much. I allow my trades to play through, but I don't alter any trades. I try not to get into too many new trades on a Friday. However, right, that's my personal preference. However, we will still be providing signals. We've been massively profitable this week. As I said, well over 4,000 pips banked. Never mind, trades are still running. Still the potential to be even more, 4,500. Who knows, by the end of this evening, by the time we deal with the CP, with a bit of indices, with a bit of gold, we could do another 2.5, maybe even 3, even 4,000 pips this evening, guys. Anything is possible. Markets will move and we will be there to catch it, right? Most importantly, I want to just explain this, and it is super important. For those of you who are getting to trading, right, there's a lot to understand between where you're starting out in your trading journey and where you need to be, right? Understand that that journey, that's different for everybody. That may take weeks, may take months, may take years, right? But as long as you stick with it, as long as you stay on the journey, that's the most important thing. What you need to also understand is there's no golden solution. There's no one silver bullet that fixes everything, right? In the sense that there's nobody with a glass ball sitting behind the scenes on Instagram or otherwise that knows where the market's going to go 100% of the time, right? When you spend a lot of time in this market, you start to get a feel, you start to get intuition, you start to build experience about what is likely to happen based on past information. Sometimes we see moves in the market that I think back 4 or 5 years ago, like I've seen something similar. Let me go back and let me have a look, which is experience that you otherwise would not have. So when you sometimes feel, and I get these comments quite a lot that, wow, Dane, you seem to just know and understand how this market's moving. That's nothing special about me. That's just the time and effort I've put into the space, right? So if you commit the same amount of time and effort, you'll go even further than I've ever gone, right? So if it seems overwhelming at times, right, that's perfectly fine. Sit back, relax, and learn. That is why you're here. That's why we've built DVDM markets. That's why we've built Drippy Pips. That's why we've built Premium Plus, that for less than $1 a day, you can sit back and have all the information that you need, all the help that you need, the support, the family environment, the social area to encourage you to go further, right? And if you do that, and if you chip away day by day, you will make it. Now, I can't guarantee, and I've said this before to a couple of clients, is I cannot guarantee that you won't make mistakes. I can't guarantee that you won't lose money, right, if you do things the wrong way. But I can promise you that I won't allow you to fail, right? And that is, if you keep on it, you keep at it, you keep showing up, you keep putting a smile on your face, I'll hold your hand and I'll get you to the place that you need to be. But you will make mistakes along the way, as long as you understand that. Everything we do here is obviously for educational, entertainment purposes. Nothing here should be financial advice at any way, at any sort of time. Right, so outside of that, guys, I will be posting that trade summary really, really shortly. I do see the team has populated and sent me something, so we will just double check that. I'm going to open this up real quickly, and I'll maybe share this on my screen just so you guys have a bit of an idea over what that data looks like, over what our results are. This might not be updated as of this morning. I believe some of the team is still sleeping, apparently. Some people don't know what time work starts. But in any event, we're talking about 3,966 pips of profit in terms of what is running, right? So we have 1 or 2 little negatives that are still floating, right? So we've banked well over 4,000 pips, but we still have quite a bit running, right? There's probably another 4 or 5 trades I think that still need to be added here. We took quite a few extra trades yesterday. The last trade that's here is obviously our Premium Plus live trade that we obviously took, being gold. So we will add this. It's been an absolute cracker of a week, right? I'd love to see what December would shape up to finish as. And then guys, for January, we're aiming for some sick numbers. We're aiming for some silly numbers. We're aiming for well over 15,000 pips for January, right? If you are in Premium Plus. If you're in free area, we'll give you 500 a week, right? In currencies, if you're Premium Plus, that's unlimited. The sky is the limit. So for those of you who joined Premium Plus this week, welcome home. If it's been a lot to take in, I understand. It's fully understandable. But we appreciate you nevertheless. Sit back, relax. You're going to have the time of your life. This will give you the highest highs and some of the lowest lows. As long as you remember to get back on the horse. Doesn't matter about any one trade winning or losing. What matters is that over time, that you're winning more than you're losing, and that you're learning along the way. If those two things are happening, I promise you, you're on the perfect space. When it comes to social media, it comes to perceptions out there, there's a lot of guys out there on social media, guys. These guys are not even trading with real money, right? They're trading with demo money on live accounts, driving Ferraris, doing their things. I know a lot of these people personally. They don't know anything about trading. They don't know how to trade. They're guessing the markets. If you are consistently just doing 1% a day, 0.5% a day, if you're over a week profitable, right? If you're over a month profitable, I'm telling you now, you're better than 99% of these traders that are online on Instagram, right? So don't look at where you are and compare yourself to something that's fake, right? Don't look at where you are doing 1 or 2% a week, comparing yourself to somebody who's living a fake life on Instagram just to, get people to jump into trading. If you're doing 1 or 2%, I'm telling you, you're on the right path. You're smashing it. You're killing it, right? Don't look at the individual losses or individual wins. Look at the bigger picture. Are you learning? Are you growing? That's all you need to ask yourself. If you are, beautiful, well done, and I'm super proud of you. So just a quick shout out to Petunia, Chantel, Frank, Sibiso, Garwin, and obviously Chantel again for joining us and letting us know where in the world you're at. Go ahead and share this with somebody you love. Share this with somebody who knows and wants to get into the market, who wants to learn, who wants to be a part of our social environment, absolutely free. Who knows, you might be giving them the best Christmas gift ever. Let's share the love this December. If you're watching this with me right now, I want you to share this with 1 or 2 people you know that may want this. And who knows, at the end of the day, as long as somebody learns for free, and even if they don't trade, even if they just learn something about the markets, learn something about how the world works, and they come back to you and say, listen, Frank, thank you so much for sharing that. I'm not trading, but I learned something. Even that alone is a gift. If they learn to trade, they learn to change their lives, amazing stuff. Outside of that, guys, you know the deal. You know what to do. As always, from the beautiful Miss Marsha and I, much love. Trade safe, be safe. Premium Plus, I'll see you this afternoon at 3:15. And until then, goodbye.